you said that, having those steps in order before you contact the broker reduces the chance of getting that proof of funds question. But what if you do get that? How might you handle that?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the funds, it might be tough to handle, right? You could, if you're doing a syndication, you could tell them like, hey, we're syndicating the deal. And for some brokers, that might be fine. They might want to know a bit more about your track record in syndicating to make sure you really can close the deal. But I don't think you'll run into this problem as often if you follow the approach that I laid out. You can also sort of create the impression that you've got the money. That's like if you own a business, right? They might think, oh, he owns this business, so he's got the money, or you're a lawyer or a doctor or what have you. If you're not in one of those sort of like jobs that already have the association of wealth with them, it might be a little bit harder. You might run into this problem. You might frankly have a few situations where you're just at the end of the road, right? Because like I said, it also might be because the seller wants it. And then there's really no way around that. But if you're worried about this, then the thing to do is go and find a balance sheet partner. If you're doing bigger real estate deals, you're going to need one anyway if you don't have the net worth for the loan. So rather than scramble later to try to find one after you've got a deal, go get one now, and then just ask that person to just give you a screenshot of a bank account that has the funds in it. It doesn't obligate them to actually provide the money. And there's no way that, I mean, if once you show that to the broker, no one's going to circle back with you and when you close the deal and say, oh, hey, did the $1 million that just got wired into escrow, did that come from that guy nobody cares, right? So it doesn't matter, but you may need somebody who can do that for you, right?
Yeah.
But as I said, if you follow this approach, it's going to happen less often, right? It's just, it will happen sometimes, and when it happens, you just may be out of luck. But it really will, if you are able to successfully create the impression that you're in the business and you can close, then they'll just assume that you're in the business and you can close. But then you got to close, right? Because you're going to have one chance. You only have one chance to mess this up. Like if you don't close your 10th deal, no one's going to care. If you don't close your first deal, at least maybe nobody else will hear about it, but that broker is going to be wary of dealing with you again. So make sure you can close. Okay. It's great to be able to get the deal, but you got to have the money to do it too. So